Hi, third graders. It's Mrs. Megan here, and today we're going to continue our discussion about primary and secondary sources. One way that we can learn about the past is using both of these types of sources to get an insight into what has happened before. So we're going to explore ancient Greece today, which are filled with artifacts and primary sources to help us see what life was like. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to the Heathcote Gateway. The link will be in your teacher's blog today. Then go to Library, Databases, and hit TrueFlix. When you're in TrueFlix, you're going to need the username hcoat and the password Flix. Now I'm going to walk you through that. So I'm going to go to the Gateway. I'm going to scroll down until I have a few places. I can go to Library or I can go to the Owl. Both will bring me to Miss Sorensen's page. When I get here, I'm going to click on Databases. As I scroll down, I'll notice all of the databases that are available to us, but today we're going to go to TrueFlix. When I'm here, you're going to see all of our choices for our amazing books, but today we're going to be peeking at ancient civilizations. What I want us to go to is ancient Greece. While inside this page, there are many different things we can do. We can watch a video, which is actually always how I like to start, get a little background knowledge and kind of rev my mind up for the new learning that I'm going to have. Then I'm going to read the book. I wanted to also mention that there's project ideas and there's activities. These are some fun games you can do. And if you really liked enjoying reading about ancient civilizations, there's several more ancient civilization books that you can explore. So, today, let's dive into the text. So I'm going to go into Open, where it says Read It. Now, what it does is it brings me to a way for me to digitally read this text. So when this shows up, this is just the front cover. You're going to go ahead and click the arrow, and it's going to continue to bring you to some fun facts and some table of contents. And you're already going to start seeing some artifacts or some primary sources that were used to help us learn about ancient Greek. If I want to, I can click on this Read to Me, and you'll see that it starts when I press play,
Greek glories.
reading the
The
text.
ancient
That is a great idea if you want to start that way, or you want to start reading in your head and you want to finish, or if you'd like that read aloud to you, that's perfectly fine. Readers know that hearing beautiful reading fluency aids in their comprehension and also helps their own fluency. So never be afraid to listen to texts out loud. So today, your mission as you read this text is to be on the lookout for primary and secondary sources, things that might help us read and learn about ancient Greece. So, as I flip through, have you noticed anything that you think might be primary and might be secondary? I have. Let's start at the very beginning. So I'm going to go to the very first page where it introduced the first chapter. Let me get back to it. Here we are Greek glories. The first thing that they give us is this Erythrium. Erythrium. I think I said that right. Erechtheum. This is an ancient Greek temple that is famous for its detailed columns. So, even if I didn't have this caption here, by just looking at this picture, I can see that this is something that is still standing in Greece. It's a piece of architecture that certainly looks like it's from that time. And I'm thinking, what can I learn about life at that time or architecture at that time based on this primary source? So I might have to look closely. I might have to look deeply at this. And I noticed like maybe they made their buildings out of stone and maybe they were decorative in the way that they made their buildings. And look, they had columns, and even those columns were made out of people. So, what I'm going to do today is I'm going to provide you with a slide and a seesaw assignment that has this chart on it. What I want you to do is I want you to find 5 images from our text today about ancient Greece. And I want you to write what the image is of, and then what did you learn from it? So here's my example. In this image, I learned that the Greeks used columns in their architecture, and sometimes those columns were even statues of people. And what do I think? Is it a primary source or a secondary source? Well, knowing that that was built at that time of ancient Greek life, I know that that is a primary source. But let's go back. Is everything in here, do you think it is a primary source? So as you flip through, let's see. This, do you think that's primary or secondary? What do you think? Is this ancient Greek pottery primary or secondary? As you read through, look through and see if you can find different sources and what can you learn from those sources. So let's go back to our chart. That is our mission for today. Read the TrueFlix book, Ancient Greece, and then find five different sources or five different pictures. Let me know what the picture is, what did you learn from it, and whether you think it's a primary source or a secondary source. And just a reminder, when you're telling me what you learned from it, please use full sentences, ways to start like, I learned that, or I never knew. And make sure you've got capitals and periods, as all good third grade writers would do. So, third graders, look for this slide in your teacher's blog and look for it in your seesaw, as you'll have two different ways for you to fill this out, just in case you want to put it in your slideshow or you want to put it in seesaw. So, third graders, enjoy your traveling back to ancient Greece today and learning from both primary and secondary sources. And I'm going to leave you with one final question. What do you think this book is? Do you think this text is a primary source or a secondary source, and why? All right, boys and girls, good luck today, and I will talk to you later.